Did you know people once traded mansions for tulips?
What?
Here's your daily dose of humans making bad choices. In case we haven't met yet, my name is Elizabeth. I make and sell custom and unique resin jewelry on my website, calicounicorn.com.
Oh, yeah.
Wood bezels are basically magic. They're lightweight, they don't tarnish, and they give off instant, I shop at farmers markets energy. Plus, they make it look like I'm super into woodworking, even though the hardest part of this process is deciding what colors to use.
Oh, yes.
And these tulips, they scream, I have my life together, which is pretty ironic because tulips are actually some of the most dramatic flowers ever. Trust me, I did a little research.
Duh.
Apparently, they were kind of the crypto of their day. Back in the 1600s, people were selling their entire houses to buy just one tulip bulb.
No!
Imagine having to explain to your spouse that you just traded your home for a flower that dies in a week. Just trust me, this investment is going to pay off. Spoiler, it did not. Wood bezels are also the gateway drug into thinking you're a woodworking expert. I pop some resin in there and suddenly I'm one step away from building a log cabin, right? But see, I know better because DIY confidence has lied to me before, like the time I decided to give my dog a haircut. How hard could it be, right? Well, let's just say the results were a little abstract. My husband spent weeks telling her, weeks, I tell you, that she had a fucked up haircut. Fucked up haircut, he kept repeating, until it finally grew out. Poor puppy looked like she lost a vet. Word of advice, don't let DIY confidence abuse your loved ones. Now, as much as I love wood bezels, they do have one tiny flaw. They tend to release bubbles. Yep, they basically sit there and slowly exhale into my resin like they've had too much sparkling water. But that's where mica powder comes in.
Yeah.
Since it makes resin opaque, any tiny bubbles hiding in there just kind of disappear like magic. Or more accurately, like me avoiding doing my taxes.
Huh?
Because let's be honest, who likes doing taxes?
Loser.
Using opaque colors in UV resin means you have to work in really thin layers or the UV light won't cure it and it will end up feeling like a melted gummy bear. Now that I've gotten carried away with tulip facts and DIY disasters, these gorgeous wood bezels come from Sophia. She makes the most amazing wood bezels, so instead of me pretending I know my way around a laser, which I don't, I just get them from her like a totally reasonable person. She has an Etsy shop and a YouTube channel that I will link below, so go check her out, please. Yeah! I'd call this a success. I made some pretty earrings, and most importantly, I didn't have to explain another creative dog haircut to my husband.
Yes!
Truly a best. Which color is your favorite? I'll be back here next week testing the limits of what I should and should not be resining. See you then.